What if I told you the very thing you're trying to avoid is the one thing you actually need to win? What if every failure you're ashamed of right now is not ruining your future but quietly building it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at failure the same way again, and it might just be the reason your success finally begins. Success is impossible without failing first, and not because failure is a requirement written somewhere in the universe, but because failure is the process that success is built from. Every dream you admire, every person you look up to, every result you wish you had right now passed through failure before it ever looked like success. The problem is that we only see the highlight reel. We see the victory speech, the award, the lifestyle, the applause. What we don't see are the nights of doubt, the closed doors, the mistakes, the embarrassment, and the moments when quitting felt logical. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the raw material of success. Without it, there is nothing strong enough to stand on. Think about learning to walk. You didn't wake up one day and walk perfectly. You fell. Again and again. You cried. You wobbled. You grabbed onto anything you could, but those falls were not signs that walking wasn't meant for you. They were proof that your body was learning balance. If you had stopped after the first fall, you would still be crawling. The same law applies to your goals as an adult. When you fail, your mind, skills, and character are learning balance. The only difference is now, failure hurts your ego instead of your knees. Look at Thomas Edison. He is remembered as one of the greatest inventors in history, but what most people forget is that he failed over 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Imagine the pressure. Imagine the ridicule. Imagine how many people must have thought he was wasting his life. When asked about his failures, Edison didn't say he failed. He said he found 1,000 ways that didn't work. That mindset is the difference between someone who reaches success and someone who stops inches away from it. Failure gave him information. Each attempt removed one more wrong path until only the right one remained. Now think about someone more relatable, someone trying to build a business. The first idea doesn't work. The second loses money. The third gets no attention. Most people stop there and label themselves as not good enough. But the ones who succeed understand something different. Each failed attempt sharpens their instincts. They learn what customers want, how to manage money, how to market, how to lead. The failure is training them quietly, painfully, but effectively. By the time success arrives, they are no longer the same person who started. They have become someone capable of handling it. Failure also strips away illusions. When you first chase a goal, you imagine it will be easy, fast, and smooth. Failure destroys that fantasy and replaces it with reality. And that's a gift. Because success built on fantasy collapses, but success built on reality lasts. Failure forces you to ask hard questions. Am I disciplined enough? Am I consistent enough? Am I willing to improve instead of complain? These questions hurt, but they refine you. They turn desire into commitment. Consider Michael Jordan, often called the greatest basketball player of all time. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Let that sink in. The world's greatest was once told he wasn't good enough. He didn't avoid failure. He used it. He trained harder. He showed up earlier. He stayed later. That rejection didn't end his story. It ignited it. Failure gave him hunger, and hunger built greatness. Failure also builds emotional strength, something success alone cannot give you. When things go wrong, you learn how to survive disappointment. You learn patience. You learn resilience. You learn how to get back up when motivation is gone. These qualities don't appear during wins. They are forged in losses. And here's the truth, nobody tells you. Success without emotional strength becomes fragile. The moment pressure hits, it breaks. Failure toughens you, so success doesn't crush you when it finally arrives. Many people fear failure because they think it defines them. It doesn't. Quitting defines you. Avoiding failure defines you. Staying small defines you. Failure simply reveals where growth is needed. It is feedback, not a verdict. When you fail, life is not saying, stop. Life is saying, adjust. Change the strategy, improve the skill, strengthen the mindset, but don't abandon the mission. Think of every successful person you admire. Oprah was fired from her first television job. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers and lived on government assistance. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. These moments could have been endings, but they became turning points. Failure didn't block their success, it shaped it. Without those painful chapters, their stories would not be powerful, and their success would not be sustainable. So if you are failing right now, you are not behind. You are in training. You are becoming someone stronger, smarter, and more prepared than you were yesterday. The only thing you must do is stay in the process. Learn from the mistake. Correct the course. Take the next step. Failure is only permanent when you refuse to move forward. Success is impossible without failing first, because failure is the price of mastery. It is the cost of becoming more than you are. Every setback is shaping you into the person who can finally hold the life you want. Don't run from failure. Walk through it. Use it. Let it teach you. Because on the other side of failure is not defeat. On the other side is the version of you that no longer quits. And that version always wins. So, if you take anything from this message, let it be this. Failure is not a warning sign telling you to turn back. It is a signal telling you that you are exactly where growth happens. Every mistake you've made, every setback you're facing right now, is shaping you into someone stronger than you were before. You don't need to wait for confidence, clarity, or perfect conditions. You build all of that by taking action. Even when it feels uncomfortable, especially when it feels uncomfortable. Stop asking yourself, what if I fail? And start asking, what if this failure is preparing me for something bigger than I can see right now? Because it is. The moment you choose to stand up one more time, to try again with a little more wisdom and a little more courage, you step closer to the life you want. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Walk forward knowing this. You are not broken, you are becoming. Your past does not disqualify you, it trains you. Use what hurt you. Use what taught you. Use what almost made you quit. Take one bold step today, however small it feels, and commit to not turning back. Because the version of you who keeps going, who learns, who refuses to give up, is unstoppable. And that version of you starts now.